microphone's to your left-hand side. There are your pens.
Beautiful.
Anything else you need at the moment?
I'm all good.
So, let's just be clear. I've got the ad reads. I'll do those.
Yep.
And if I want to come in and say something, I'll just put. Okay, happy with that?
Hand out, whatever. Yep. All good.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yes. Doing that now?
They might be going a bit better than your mob at the moment.
Fucking they're going better than your mob. Aren't you a Swans fan?
No, it's GWS, mate.
Well, at least you handled it like a gentleman. James, I nearly punched it.
It is sunscreen? Yeah. Lucky Saturday.
James's last game today.
In first or ever?
First.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I hate when it goes like that.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all of them. Let the kids play.
I'll see if you can.
He knows him himself. Like, these kids are freaking exciting.
That's a great call.
This camera.
Oh, mate, we've all got the, James and I have always had the common goal was to get the play back to the extension.
Nah.
Sweet.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready when you guys are.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
Hello, Liam.
Hey,
Good, brother. We'll come back and talk to you later on.
All good, Clay?
Bye.
Yeah. All good, Clay? All good. Yeah. Tell me when you're rolling. Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this round 8 Hunter Vale reserve grade game pitting Warners Bay against Killarney Vale. Joining me in commentary this afternoon will be David Redden. David, how are you?
Great, Lucas. Great to be here. Good luck in your first call, mate. Sincerely wish you all the best. Should be a cracking game of football after an outstanding women's game we've just seen, mate.
It was a great women's game. These two teams themselves in top regard, both in the top 4. Umpire Alex Coburn holding the ball up. Let's go. Scott Butcher and Will cross 6 in the ruck. Cross 6 with the tap marginally in there. Handball out to the outside. Killarney Vale with the first centre clearance. Tim Hoff with the intercept marked almost. Spoiled. Hoff with the clearance. Short kick. 16 is Campbell Wilson as the ball dribbles across the boundary line. Right in front of us in this commentary position here. Cross Hicks and Butcher nominate for the rucks. For the ruck, rather. Thrown in. Butcher with a tap to Bartlam on this outer side. Looking for Fitter. Can't find him as the ball... No, ball stays in. Fitter does a very good job and chased down. What a tackle there by Grant Berkleman. Very good tackle there. Goes inside the corridor to Justin Daly. Again, down the guts. Lachlan Wilson again on the ball. Waiting for no options in front of him. Short, Justin, a great smother there by Daniel Russell. Bartlam again on this outer side. Punches it down, looking for and missing Sam Wright as the ball trickles over the back into the back pocket. David.
Enterprising start early on there, Louis. Gee, there's some skillful players out there for Warners Bay. There's some experience out there, isn't there?
There sure is. Scott Bartlam, mainly, as well as some other players. Jeremy Buckley out there also, as the just waiting for this ball to be thrown in Warners Bay's forward pocket. Butcher up again. To the back court behind the play is a point. Warners Bay open the scoring. 1 point to Killarney Vale, no score. Killarney Vale with all the early going so far. Out to the outer side. Bartlam with the spoil, no. Free kick off the ball to Killarney Vale. Ryan Clark manning the mark. Been fairly prominent on the scoreboard in these early rounds as Ryan Clark. A short inboard. Across the 50, Joey Ferguson manning the mark. Is Brandon Lewis. Second game back in reserve grade this year. Brandon Lewis goes long down the line. Buckley with the spoil. Handball back in the corridor. Turned over to Killarney Vale. Josh Maguire there with the smother. Well done. In danger against Killarney Vale. Free kick going to the captain coach, Daniel Russell. Goes short to Daniel Gray. Goes long, gets smothered. Well done. Gray again to Rick Robinson. This is what should have been on the full, but boundary umpire calls us his.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought that was just out of bounds on the full. Good to see umpire Coburn in front of us, the big fella.
It is. Great to see Alex back in the ranks. And Bartlam in the ruck this time. Clearly wins the tap. Zach Simons rather. Daniel Russell with the over-the-shoulder handball. Well done there by Daniel Russell in and under. All out there by Brendan Lewis again. Will have a great influence on this. Great mark there by Scott Reid.
Same name as the first grade captain coach from Vale. Got good conditions here, Lucas. What a glorious day for football.
It is a glorious day. We saw that earlier with the women's game. Great contest as Scott Reid makes his entrance to kick the ball. James Newburn signals a point. Is it James Newburn? It is James Newburn. Go quickly with the kick out. Daniel Gray goes to this. Might as well straight down the corridor, look for Bartlam, as he should. Brandon Lewis again. Great kick there, finding. He's actually away from us at the moment. We'll have to get that number in a minute. Looks like he might take a shot here, David.
Indeed, Lewis is showing his class there. He's not going to be in reserve grade too long. You said he was second game back. Back to you, boss.
Just finding his match fitness, I think. And a free by himself, about 25 metres out from goal. That should not be happening even at this level of football. Justin Daly again, a few early touches. Probably 35, 40 metres out from goal, about 45-degree angle. Have a beautiful picture of this. Just fades off to the right. 2 points Killarney Vale, 1 point Warners Bay.
Just like to mention our major sponsors, the Finance Shed and the Black Butt Hotel, Lucas.
Thank you, David. They did a great job of supporting the Warners Bay Australian Football Club. Daniel Gray again with a kick out. Goes out wide trying to find Scott Butcher, but Jeremy Buckley at the back almost takes a mark. Paddled around. Great tackle there. Rick Robinson, I think. No, Zach Simons rather, as the ball spills out for a boundary throw-in.
Enterprising start here. Killarney Vale showing some real skill with that football and good defensive work so far. Tied early, Louis.
They are. As Brendan Lewis was said before, is on the ball early. Joey Ferguson here, great shepherd on Lewis. That'll be a great matchup. Out the back, cleared down the line towards. Is that number 24? Wilson. Is Lachlan Wilson. Thank you, David. Takes his time. Chips it into the forward pocket towards. Great mark. Oh no, smothered. Almost a great mark. Takes him on. Ball pinned to him. Umpire Simon Denham says it's mine. So they need to lock their ball inside the forward 50. Do Killarney Vale?
Yes, they do. They need to get a goal from all this forward 50 pressure, Lucas.
They do, David. As the ball again, tight inside. Has a snap, but goes wide across the face of goal. 1-on-1 there. Has the body position, but nudged out of the ball. Great pressure there. No, got his kick away. There is that Robinson on the ball there. Gets a speculative handball out towards that outer side. And was he paid there, David?
I think I thought it was pushing the back. That was my call on the sideline, but the umpire clearly signalled holding the ball. Free kick to Brendan Lewis.
Thank you, David. Brendan Lewis weighing up his options. Maybe. Oh no, it looks like he may be going for a shot here, Brendan Lewis. He's within his rights too. Looks a pretty good kick from here. Oh no, to the near side rather. James Newburn signals a point. Killarney Vale 3 points. Warners Bay 1.
Further sponsors for the Warners Bay Football Club, Creative Sensation, WB Property Group and Bodyworks Physiotherapy, Lucas.
Thank you very much, David. Daniel Gray again with the kick out. Looking towards this near side, looking for straight down the middle, looking for Bartlam once again. Oh, well done, Bartlam. Keeps it going forward, that's what he does. Simon Rocco, no, towards Fitter. Taken out by the below the knees, probably, yep, in under the ball, but the umpire signals it's mine. Well done there, Ryan Clark keeping the ball out in front. You've got Michael Vaux rounding the ball. Riley Williams goes up to Bartlam, straight to Bartlam. It's gang tackled. You hear the umpire out in the tackle. Fine disposal. Looking for Dan Lincoln. Very well done there to Clark. Looking for Fitter out in front. Should run onto this Hugh Fitter. Keeps the ball in. Well done to Connor Manwaring. To Lincoln. Has a shot, though off to the right. Marked in deep backward pocket for Killarney Vale. 35, Anthony King. Switches across the ground. Well done. Now to this outer side. Is that Brendan Lewis again? Probably had at least half a dozen disposals. Again, long down the line. Great spoil there, Manwaring. Goes through the corridor. Well done. 39, Trent Dobnam. Again back. Shell. Thank you, David. Great tackle there. Rick Robinson. Again, hacked forward. Great punch there. Tim Hoff coming over the top. And locked in there. Great second effort. Manwaring again. Hoff in and around. Great tackle, Tim Hoff. Buckley going in hard, as he does. Hoff again, great tap out. He's done very well in that 30-second period as Hoff. Long down the line, Vaux. It is Michael Vaux. Thanks, Dave. Straight up in the air, that. And marked by Killarney Vale. Lewis again, wow.
I think now something's happened there. I think that ball might have gone out. Just they've stopped play. Why it should be out of bounds on the full because Lewis marked that on the full. Unless he's got that on the line, Lucas. I just want to see what the decision is. He's calling this a throw-in. That's a mystery.
Maybe, David. It's an umpire's decision, however. Riley Williams again with the tap down. Probably outnumbered there. Lewis again off the back of the pack. He's been superb early. As Robert Barlow goes in front of us on the interchange bench. Out there. Is that no? Dan Lincoln. It's back to Ferguson. Goes deep inside forward 50 looking for Clark. Outnumbered there. 13, thank you. Is Daniel Curtis. Ball locked inside forward 50. Fitter gets away. Play on, says umpire Coburn. And straight back to Riley Williams by the looks of that. Left footer from about 45 metres out. Mark's probably just inside, actually about 48, David.
Chance, Lucas. Is he a chance from there and knowing him?
Here's a long kick. It may test him, though. Young 18-year-old. It's a fair piece of it, though. Probably might just... Oh, no. Marked on the line. Did get a fair piece of that. Need to lock this in here, Warners Bay. Waiting. Not many options. Has to go long and wide, but still in the back pocket. Straight to, however. Is that Williams again? It is. Looks inside to Jeremy Buckley. A lot better position. It is, Dave. Great vision there by Riley Williams.
Yes, ordinary marking, however. Your player, Buckley, was just alone and unattended, and that can't happen at the top of the 50, and he's got a very good angle at this, Lucas.
He does. The left footer probably snuck in from the midfield, though. That's probably why he wasn't picked up. Looks like he's going to have this shot. About 45 metres out. Oh, no, looks short for Daniel Russell. Well done. Got probably another 15 metres, so it's very kickable now from about 35, 40 metres. Straight in front. No, it goes back to Buckley, who hits it, not quite to the top of the goal square. In and out there. Very well done there. Great work. What's that? 32? No, 37? 52, rather. Will Cross Hicks. Well done. The ball is out in that outer wing. Well done there. Back to Williams. Back inside forward 50, looking for Ryan Clark, who takes a very strong mark. Very well done there, David.
Yeah, lovely hands in a contested. He used the legally got his hands in the side there. Lucas used that legally. Good strong hands above his head.
Very well done there, Ryan Clark. Very smart footballer. About 25, 30 metres out on a fairly tight angle. However, you should kick this, I would imagine. Ryan Clark makes his approach and kicks a goal. Umpire Roykart does not move. Warners Bay, 1-2-7. Killarney Vale, 2 points. David.
The Blackbutt Hotel in New Lambton is a comfortable and relaxed venue with something to offer everyone. Located just minutes from Blackbutt Reserve and Newcastle's famous beaches, the hotel can cater for all of your entertainment needs while enjoying a fresh and affordable meal. Lucas.
Thank you, David. First goal there for Warners Bay in the game. Ryan Clark. As we said, very strong, smart marking there. Yep. Warners Bay 1-1-7. Killarney Vale 3 points. Umpire Denham with their ball. Throws it up. Butcher wins the tap marginally. In there is Buckley. Very good early. Out the back there, Killarney Vale. Got the centre clearance. Out here by himself. 33 is Michael Broadbent. Does very well. Goes back. Gets the ball back. Does Broadbent. Out to his left. Great smother there by Daniel Russell. Well done. Back to Campbell Wilson, who goes across the ball to the 50. Great mark there, Jeremy Buckley. He's been very good early. Has Jeremy Buckley, David?
Yes, he has, mate. He got himself in the right position there and did some good work down the 50-metre arc a moment ago, Lucas.
He did. Now it looks for Ferguson on that far flank. Signalling for players to lead towards him. Goes a chipping ball about 40 metres. Looking for and finding, and goes back actually. Oh, that's not so good. Chopped off there by Killarney Vale. Back into the corridor. Does Lewis, and what a bullet. And finds. No. Turns the ball over to... No, Daniel Gray, that is. Goes out the other side, looking for Russell. Very good kick. Well done, Daniel Russell. Inside to Simons. All by himself. Goes again, does Simons, looking for Fitter. Smothered and goes over the boundary line in front of us. David?
Probably should have gone with the quick hands there. He thought twice about it, but the hands right in front of us is the option, I think, Louis.
It is. First option is always your best option, as people say in AFL circles. Bit of a short throw in. Williams in the ruck. Lincoln with the tackle. Barlow. Michael Vo gets the ball. Needs to play the ball, not the man. And we're looking for another stoppage here. About on the forward flank, about 70 metres away from Warners Bay's goal, as Robert Barlow nominates. Knocked out of it there. Killarney Vale, well done. Ruckman, Anthony King. Back to Russell. Goes quickly on his left and fails to find... Was that Buchanan? Inside to Barlow. Barlow, under a bit of pressure, knocked off the ball. Out the back there, Killarney Vale, the quarterback. Finds Justin Daly on the half-back flank. Right, about 70 from their goal. And tries to find, but fails to find... On the centre wing, Rumper. Thank you, David. Great kick there, Rumper. And quick hands too. He's one bounce. Almost could have two. Goes to the top of the goal square. Why Bly Parker rushes it behind. Killarney Vale 4 points to Warners Bay 1-1-7. David.
I'd like to thank Bodyworks Physiotherapy, Lucas, and Cardiff Car Clinic.
Which is Daniel Gray's company. Goes straight down the middle to Daniel Russell. Side looking for... Daniel corralled, very well done there. Inside, Joey Ferguson gets spoiled. Michael Vo, Ferguson calls him out of it. Goes to Daniel Manis, as he's known around the football club. In and under, well done there. Great tackle, probably disposed after it. Lincoln Fitter's all by himself here. Goes short and finds a Killarney Vale player. In Anthony King again. Goes through the corridor. Is it Robinson in the back? Zach Simons on the ball again. Breaks through a tackle and he's caught. Not paid, however. In behind the ball, Hoff doing the chasing to Buckley again. Probably a throw to Russell, however. Across the ball, 25 was Justin Daly. Well done. And then, but intercepted, marked by Bly Parker. Goes out the other side looking for Scott Butcher. However, Hoff is under it. Spoiled. Lincoln now front and centre. Scott Butcher in it again. Looking for Buckley. Probably goes straight into his back. But we might have a stoppage here. Holding the ball. Wow. Mustn't have been a genuine attempt. On that other side, Alex Coburn going to Warners Bay, Scott Butcher.
That makes a little bit more sense, Lucas.
Yeah, no. Butcher long down the line. Might land right on top of Clark's head. Whoa, straight in front of us here. Is Clark hit Fitter with a great tackle. Rocco on the ball. However, it spills right in front of us here. Boundary throw in.
Get us out there, Louis. You're right in the play.
Right in front of us. I was out there before, but I'm not now. Not nominated. Butcher. Might be Crossix. No. Butcher with the tap out, though. Fitter on the ball. Very well done, Hugh Fitter. Butcher in and under. Well done. Brendan Lewis, again, he's absolutely killing it this first quarter. Oh, what a kick.
25 is Daly.
Thank you. And Daly has a shot and kicks a goal. Wow.
That's superb. Off like Bullet Lewis, as you said. Great commentary. And then Daly, a great finish. Veolia Australia aims to walk alongside and work together in partnership with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples to offer leadership, enhance respect and understanding, and create sustainable opportunities in the communities in which we live and operate. Lucas, Champagne football.
It is, as we said before, Brendan Lewis should not be in this reserve grade competition. I think he's in between travelling, just getting his match fitness back. As we said before, his second game, he's probably been the best player on the ground so far from both sides, clearly. Once again, was that Simon Rocco on the ball? We got in the ruck there. It is Scott Butcher. Outdone there, though, Butcher. To Rocco on the ball, to Simons. Gets a centre clearance looking for Fitter. Gets spoiled there, great spoil. As the ball runs in front of us, that player is 53. Thank you. Sorry, 53 is Tim Boyd. Great spoil there on the smaller body. As another boundary throw in right in front of us. Butcher again has got the front position. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Butcher again in and under. Ferguson knocked off the ball. Ferguson dragged it back in. No, it's mine. The umpire calls it. Though it's a very intriguing contest, so it is. These two teams in the top four. The first quarter's been good so far.
Tough and hard.
Very much like the women's game. The ruck gets a bit of a springboard off Butcher. Possibly in the back there from Russell. No. Another ball up.
Remind me not to be tackled by Carlia Rocco ever.
No. As the first quarter siren goes, Warners Bay, one goal, 1-7. Trailing Killarney Vale 1-4-10. David.
Goal kickers, Warners Bay, Ryan Clark, and for Killarney Vale, Lucas, Justin Daly are the only two goal kickers in the match.
Thank you, David. Very intriguing first quarter. We'll have a quick summation. Best players on the ground for you from both clearly Brandon Lewis. Who else, David?
Lewis has been outstanding. Daly's got a couple of possessions there. He's done a reasonable job for Warners Bay. Buckley's got a few kicks. Russell's been roaming in and around. I'd like to see... I'm wondering if Bartlam's injured because he had started off beautifully and Simon's got a couple of kicks, but very even, mate.
Yeah, righto. That's the first quarter from David and I. We'll be back shortly with you for the second quarter. Thank you.
That's it, boys. The kick is generally the right option to do. We've bombed it in then once for one goal. Every other time we've been fucking around with handballs on the wing, just bang it in long. Give us a one-on-one chance because we're all winning one-on-one contests.
Great job, mate.
You just got to give us time. We don't need to handball unless it's 100% on. Just bang it long. Just put it. See where we are. If we're next to the opponent, put it on our side. Or kick to the fat side and let us run onto it. That was we training all week for.
With the knee or the ankle.
Give us one-on-one chance and we'll win. So kick enough goals. Just give us a chance. I think one thing, guys, we're not going to lie. I know everyone's having a go. So I reckon Brendan Lewis, obviously, had a plan to throw some period, eh? Everyone's really keen. The endeavour's there, but we're all just in there trying to play with it. Point that up.
Let's get excited. Fuck, we look a lot better than last, mate.
Still work hard. Be mindful, there's that number 7 back there.
Hello, brother.
You're doing a really good.
There you go, mate.
Because you hurt him when you get it. But
Hey,
you guys have to
I'll be out of a job.
Yeah, watch him because
It's
he
the other way
loves
around.
to kill
I'm
off
the
every
apprentice.
time and he's good. Give him credit. Just pick him up, mate. Okay, you score 4, you're doing pretty good. That's all right, that is good. Not over the top. It's pretty warm out there. Just got to keep pushing it out, boys. Keep pushing it out.
Oh, yeah, shit.
It was a ripping game. Yeah. Get the ball in there and then just put it convert. He's marking Joey at the moment. So what I want you to do, I think Ferguson was stuck with Lewis. Get him out quick. More gives you plays are better. And then I need you to probably don't realise we don't have the tablet in front of us looking at the time. Pushing hard for the ball. No, yeah. We're poor, yeah.
This is as basic as it gets. Yeah.
And here, I'm singling you out. You've got a few of us did it. You picked up the ball running away from goal.
Which one are you having, Joe?
Someone great, and then just did that ugly stuff over his shoulder. It went about 10 metres. So probably not his fault solely. He needs runners coming from back the other way. So he can give a sideways handball or even a backward handball. Okay, that play over there when Billy tried to go back to Joey, I don't mind that, okay? So if it comes off, it comes off. But it's better than the ugly kick over his shoulder. Okay? And I just remember me and Rocco were both on the deck. Flying off. So that's how we're going back out. So I'm going to start on the bench for 5 minutes and then straight in the middle. Just fucking forward. Okay? Come on, guys. Keep it up.
Well, I can't remember. I can't remember his last name. So I have to go with it.
Henson, that's right. Couldn't quite remember.
Throw in a, if I get some kick, if you can throw in a button reference.
We'll have to do a Newburn reference as well.
We do that every week.
We all good, mate? Yeah. Right. Welcome back.
Make sure you speak to him.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome back to this second quarter. Bartlam back in the ruck, Dave. So mustn't maybe have a little nickel. I might chase up on that later. As umpire Denham holds the ball up. It's actually Butcher in the ruck, actually. Bartlam on the ball. Taps towards Bartlam, however, probably a bit high. Is out. Bit of a scramble in there early. Bartlam goes again, unable to find the football. There's another top. Bartlam again. Third effort. Very well done there, Scott Bartlam. About a 45-metre kick, inside forward 50, looking, push in the back, yes, and paid by umpire Coburn. The right call there, right on top of it. As the kick goes to 20, oh no, another short ball on the centre wing, looking for his options, nothing going towards him. It's called to play on. Long down the line. Over the back there is Robertson. Rick Robertson with the ball. Punches it, 25-metre chip kick to Bartlam. Great mark, Scott Bartlam. Wheels around. Looking for numbers to lead at him. Goes straight through the middle and misses, but at the back there is Manwaring. Great defensive pressure as the ball runs out in the Warners Bay forward pocket. David.
Someone's got to take this game by the scruff of the neck and start getting direction. There's not been very many goals kicked, and it's a glorious day. So I think that this quarter there'll be a few more goals kicked, Louis.
As a start tiring the game opens up, I think there may be as well. Oh, great tackle there. I think that was Daniel Hansen. Great out there. Killarney Vale are out here. Centre wing. Butcher has to come back with a flight. Worried out of it. Cross Hicks goes inside to Wilson. 24. That's Wilson there, however. Thanks, James. Lachlan Wilson with the handball out and caught. Holding the ball. Great tackle there by Simon Rocco. Looks for Michael Vo. No, unable to find him over his head. Well done there, Michael Vo. Looking for Hansen. Hansen has to shepherd and doesn't, but Simons does a very good job to get rid of that ball. Maguire kicks it out on the full in front of the Warners Bay players bench. 66 is Adam Rumper, looking to go long down the line. Short, however, to 52. Will Cross Hicks goes through the corridor. Robinson over the top with the spoil. 33, Broadbent over the top to Lachlan Wilson again. Has a shot at goal from about 40 metres and is marked on the goal line by Parker. Plays on immediately, goes to the outer side, looking for Rocco. Spoiled by Broadbent. Broadbent sweeps a handball back. Shell, thank you. Short kick and over the back. Bit of a Look, no numbers there. Goes a bit of a dash himself and gets caught. Ball straight up in the air. Ferguson with the tap out. And no, Rocco with the hands out towards Vale rather. And the ball's locked in there. No, Ferguson somehow gets it out of the stoppage and looks possibly for the boundary line. However, it's not going to cross the boundary. Very well done there. Handball inside. Ferguson once again. Adams, thank you, David. And swamped immediately there on the ball. Ball triples out. Lewis, very good sweeping handball. One more. And they're out here, Killarney Vale. Penetrating kick inside forward 50. Looking for and almost finding Butcher with the smother. Out the back here. Gray paddling it towards his goal line. Coming out of the goal square. 62 has a shot on goal. 62 is Reed. And it's a boundary throw-in. Pretty frenetic stuff here, David.
Out of bounds on the floor. Hit the padding on the behind post on the fly, Louis.
All right, thank you, David. It looks like Tim Hoff with the kick out. Goes across goals. But finds by himself is Robertson. Goes long, but finds the opposition in Campbell Wilson. Simon's on the mark. Chips inside and finds. Is that Cross Hicks?
Yep.
Will Cross Hicks. Probably about 50 metres out. They're calling for a short kick from Cross Hicks, but he's going back. As they tell him to have a shot now. Michael Vale on the mark. Probably not the hardest man to kick over. Cross Hicks goes in. Have a great view of this. Hangs it to the... Oh no, slightly drifting back, but falls on the goal line and punched through. Touched through there by the Warners Bay defence. Killarney Vale, 1 goal 5, 10. So one goal 6, 12 rather to 1 goal 1. Warners Bay. The kick out, Gray goes long, looking for Buckley. Down the line, Cross Hicks in again. Fairly prominent Cross Hicks. Gets hands out, play on. Cross Hicks once again. Henson. Great tackle there. Great tackle again, Vo. Scrimmage in there. Trying to get this ball out. As it's still trapped inside. No, it goes out actually to Butcher, who hands back to Robertson. He gets caught. 33. Broadbent again. Has a snap. But goes straight across the face of goal and finds. It's marked by Killarney Vale, is it?
Daly, I think.
Yeah,
Again, Louis.
25, yeah. Justin Daly lining up for his second goal. From about 25, about 20 metres out on a slight angle. Probably should kick this, should Justin Daly. David?
Yes, clearly. He looks like he's a good kick, actually. So let's have a look here. Straight down the middle.
Thank you. Killarney Vale with their second goal. Killarney Vale, 2 goals 5-17. Leading Warners Bay 1 goal 1-7. David.
SHAC. With 16 years' experience in specialist education design, SHAC are one of the leading architects in their field in New South Wales. They take a hands-on approach to architecture and will invest in the client-architect relationship to understand your big ideas. Lucas Holmes.
Thank you, David Braden. As the ball is being delivered back to umpire Alex Coburn. So we now have the live score in front of us. Makes our job a fair amount easier as Alex Coburn walks in to throw this ball up. We have Butcher in the ruck for Warners Bay. Vo in front of him. Ball up. Tapped out there by Killarney Vale. Vo in and under, as he always is. Great tackle there, Michael Vo. Ball holding there. Bartlam gets his hands out. Straight to a Killarney Vale player, however. 49 is Adams. Sweeps a handball out to Wilson. 40 is Fiend. Well done. Gets the ball forward. Scrambles a kick. Great smother there by Lincoln. Just goes by. Great run. Take the players on and gets his hands out. Was Fiend again. Rod Fiend. Ball just getting stuck inside. No. Handballed out.
That's Daly.
To Daly. To out in the full. To near side. David. Killarney Vale. Oh, was it a point? Yep, point. Point to Killarney Vale. They're up and about early. Killarney Vale looking this ball in forward 50.
They seem to have more options going forward, Lucas, at the moment. Daly and Lewis and a couple others are really causing some damage.
Straight out this kick, looking for Daniel Russell. Great spoil over the back. Both straight to Simons. Riley Williams all by him. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, David.
I'm now being hammered on 3 separate fronts to become a Warners Bay person. That's 3 separate people.
Well, welcome back to this third quarter of the reserve grade game here on Indigenous round, actually, at Fane Oval, as David Redden just takes his place back into his seat after a well-deserved break. As the umpire holds the ball up, ready to go for this third quarter. We're underway. Butcher in the ruck against Cross Hicks. Cross Hicks with the tap down. Butters up, gets a kick forward. All by himself there. That shouldn't be happening. Tapped in. Very scrappy early. And this Lincoln tackled dominantly. Mine, says the umpire. Good tackle, says David Redden. One about his pie, so he should. Delicious. Cross Hicks again with the dominant tap. Taken by Vo. Gets a torpedo about 30 metres forwards. Joey Ferguson back with the flight of the ball. Well done there by Ferguson. Hacked again forward. Uses his body very well there, does... Is that Buckley, rather? Logos over his head. That's Shell with the long hair. Goes to 39, who is Dobnam, rather. Plays on, goes central. Looking for Lewis. Calls himself into it. Brendan Lewis, chip, short ball, 2 on the lead, and finds his forward there. 20, Daly again, he's a bit too... maybe should have a few match-up problems on Warners Bay defence, David.
Particularly on Daly, particularly running off Lewis. Lewis is hitting now with 2 absolute bullets, which you've called, Louis.
Yeah, thank you. Daly lining up this shot on goal from about 45 metres. Not much of an angle to speak of. Beautiful view of this, although, oh no, coming back. It's touched on the line by Rick Robinson. Another point to Killarney Vale. 2 goal 6-18. 1 goal 1-7 Warners Bay. The kick out goes open side, looking for Rocco. Unable to take the mark. His fellow number 39 pushed off the ball there by Simons, and it's a boundary throw in about on the forward flank. They are with the time that Killarney Vale have got behind the ball. They can also set up their back structure as well, so a hurry kick can go straight back in. As David Redden just tests the wind, slightly going from the top left of the screen to the bottom right, as you would see it. Ball's thrown in. Butcher in the ruck, great tackle, probably taken down after it by Buckley. Great chain of handballs. Russell looking for Bartlam, hits him on the chest. Bartlam, great lead out in front. Probably took it too much time. Ferguson's there screaming for it, ignores him. Goes long down the middle, looking for Russell. Takes a great mark, diving to his left. Just outside 50. Not the longest kick of the football, Daniel Russell, so probably looking to give this ball to a teammate. Bartlam looking behind, goes to Bartlam. Here's the voice from about 50 metres, loads up. Misses, goes through for a point. Point for Scott Bartlam. 1 goal, 7-13. 2-7 to 1-2. 2-7 to 1-2. Thank you, David. Waiting to wave the flags. There we go. Killarney Vale with the kick out. A slight huddle here in the middle of the ground for Killarney Vale. Waiting to disperse, and they do so slightly, a bit too early possibly. Going to the outer side. Russell's under this. Probably pushed out by Buckley. Absolutely was a call from Redden. And finding Bartlam. This is well within his range, Scott Bartlam.
Warners Bay's quality players need to really come to the fore here. They're under the pump a bit from Killarney Vale, and Bartlam started to come and get his hands on the ball. When he does, it's going to be danger.
Yes. Scott Bartlam lining up from about 45, the mark is, so probably kicking just on 50. That's well in his range, as we said, though. Scott Bartlam, one of the quality players out there for Warners Bay. Shot. This test will test him, however, though. Although it's a perfect day for goal kicking. Goes in Scott Bartlam, gets a fair piece of it. Although going to the big side, out to the left. Another point for Warners Bay. Warners Bay 1-3-9. Killarney Vale 2-7. 19. Again, going for this huddle again. Killarney Vale persistent with it. However, some outriders go short into the backward pocket. Goes back to Lewis, all by himself. Not a smart move. As Josh Buchanan mans the mark. Lewis to the outer side. Runs his distance. He's got to go, Rocco, and does. Great smother there. Simon Rocco smothering Michael Broadbent, who's been one of the better players for Killarney Vale as well. Boundary throwing right in front of the Warners Bay bench here. Riley Williams in the ruck. Gets front position, however, worried out of it. Tap there, probably held off the ball, the Killarney Vale player. Ferguson gets it, brushes off the defender, and handball straight to the line and paid deliberate. Probably the right call there by Alex Coburn.
I think it's the only call there, Lucas.
Yeah, no, looking for the boundary line there was Ferguson. Oh, and Buckley manning the mark, however, goes inside. Ferguson looking to make amends, can't quite get there. Is that Lewis? Yep, Brendan's the call. Goes short to Shell. It's been good also. Right in the middle here. Called to move it on. Goes out of side. Great smother there by Hansen. 20. Just Killarney Vale. Well done. Shepherd goes short. Finding. Ferguson in front position. Does well. Butters up. It's a handball out to a contest. Not taken cleanly. However, taken cleanly for Killarney Vale. Great handball out. Runs around Barlow. Pushed out. Handball out again. Goes for a high kick inside forward 50. Has to get there, does Buckley, but doesn't. No, but dropped what he should have taken. Pulls it back to himself. Gets the handball out. Kicks towards Russell. Ball all by himself there is Wilson, but fails to make the most of it. And kicked, though, however, out of the pack by Campbell Wilson. Gets his ball back. Campbell Wilson with a goal. Killarney Vale 3 goals 7-25 to Warners Bay 1 goal 4-10. David Redden.
The Finance Shed is a financial services business dedicated to the needs of tradesmen, subcontractors and small business in the Newcastle and Hunter regions. Money is a tool. Let's build.
Thank you. One of the major sponsors of the Warners Bay Australian Football Club, the Finance Shed, as David Redden's pointing to his Finance Shed hat that he's got in his head. Me sporting my Collingwood hat, however.
I know which hat I'd rather have on, Lucas Holmes.
I don't know what to say to that, David. Don't was the call then. It's probably the right idea. As Denham throws the ball up. Williams with the punch forward. Buchanan off the edge of the square. Gets the ball. Worried out of it. Tackled there. Probably thrown. Got a kick to it in the end. Somehow did a pirouette. Lincoln near it. Williams has got to push to this contest. Is that Cross Hicks? Hoff with the spoil and the mark in the end. Well done there, Tim Hoff. Looks to slow the ball down. Goes long down the line towards Buchanan. Got to go. And does. Ferguson almost takes him out. Buchanan goes short in the corridor looking for Bartlam. Great mark there, Scott Bartlam. Wheels around and goes immediately. Deep forward 50 looking for Ryan Clark. What's worried out of it? The Sport is at front position, however. Clark with a great slips off. And it's paid as holding the ball to Ryan Clark. Well done there, Ryan Clark. The second effort gets the ball.
That was line ball, but umpire Coburn was in an excellent position, actually. Was side on perfectly. Great view of it, Louis.
He did. Just dropped it, though, the defender. So it was the right call in the end, in my opinion. Ryan Clark looking to go for a shot on goal. No option, so he's probably forced to have a shot. No, goes short and finds Joey Ferguson. Deep in the... pockets here at Fane Oval aren't too deep, but deep as you can get in the pocket here at Fane Oval.
What's he doing being left alone there, Lucas? Would be a question I'm asking.
Very smart question there from David Redden. What's he being left alone? I've got no idea. One of their better players. First grade player is Joey Ferguson. Going for a shot. Slow and deliberate approach. Ferguson now kicks the ball. Low and flat. Top of the square, but is marked on the line by Killarney Vale defender. 40 is Rod Fiend. Goes long and to the near side and finds Daly again. Great way pushing. And someone off the interchange bench here is Stuart Cameron. Handball out, straight down the line. Hoff's got a back pedal. and does. Worries him out of the contest, holding him off the ball. Great. He's got a shepherd there. No. Boundary throw in on the Warners Bay forward 50. David.
Very clever play there with the spring of the interchange, I thought, and good voice. So Killarney Vale clearly on top here, Lucas. Warners Bay have got to find some answers at half time, I reckon.
They are not kicking straight. They may want to kick a bit straight. That might fold out during the day as the ball's thrown in. No clear contest from the rock as it is going back across the boundary line. Dan Lincoln shepherds it across the boundary. Though the Killarney Vale forwards have been good, they've obviously kicked 3 goals. They've got to find the more accuracy. Bit of breeze, as we said before, starting to pick up, so that might hinder their goal kicking slightly. Ball thrown in. Robertson goes up, almost third man in there. Handballed out.
Did you see what he did?
Yeah. Worried him out and did third man up. Probably should have been called. Ball goes straight up in the air. Is that Reed? No. Debnam, sorry. Goes straight across the ground with that left foot and finds Daly again. Goes inside forward 50. Straight in front of his player. Does a sidestep. Very well done there. Has a shot on goal and quietly to the near side. Another point for Killarney Vale. Killarney Vale 3-8 to Warners Bay 1-5. Going for this huddle again, Killarney Vale. Right in the middle, waiting for them to spread. As the ball is kicked over the fence, it takes a while to get back into this ground as Tim Hoff retrieves the ball, passes to Daniel Gray for the kick out. Gray, the huddle's gone, and Gray goes to this near side looking for Robinson. Ferguson at the back, Lewis at the back, not paid, however. Gets a scrubby left foot kick forward and finds, tackled off the ball. Well done there. Great tackle there for Daly, however. It's very good defensively as well. Is Justin Daly, David?
Suggest that Justin Daly's played some pretty handy football in his time. He's very balanced, can use either side of his body as well, Lucas.
Both sides have some handy footballers here in this reserve grade game. Cross Hicks goes up, gets it out marginally over Russell. Along the ground, does well to break the tackle to the shell. Scrubby kick forward, playing that goalkeeper position very well is Tim Hoff.
Does he have a nickname, Hassel?
He hasn't. He does not. And there's Robinson deep in the pocket looking for Fitter. Probably a bit wide and goes out on the full in front of the Killarney Vale interchange bench. His free kick will be taken by Berglerman. Goes long down the line and finds over the head of the Killarney Vale forward. Just does very well to keep that ball in, actually. Robertson with the tackle. Mine, says the umpire. David, they're starting to find their way back into this Warners Bay. Just can't get the ball forward, though.
And struggling a bit for a key forward at the moment, Lucas. One key forward will make an enormous difference.
Yeah. Struggling with that kick inside 50, that last kick. As the ball swamped in there is the Warners Bay player at the bottom of the pack, which we'll find when he gets to his feet. Is it Buckley possibly? Tap out towards the boundary. It's not Fitter, he's just come off. As the boundary umpire calls, it my ball. Forward 50 in the forward pocket, David.
It's half time. I was going to say Bartlam should be exploiting this match here, but it's half time. I'll hand back to you, Louis.
Thank you, David. The score at half time here: Killarney Vale 3 goals 8-26, leading Warners Bay 1 goal 3-9. The goal kickers for both sides, Dave.
Justin Daly 2 and Campbell Wilson 1 for Killarney Vale, and a solitary goal for your Warners Bay to Ryan Clark. Lucas Holmes.
Thank you, David. Before we go to have a half-time break, we'll just look back on this first half. Best plays for Killarney Vale. Obviously, Brendan Lewis has been probably the best player on the ground. Also, Daly and Campbell Wilson's also been very good. For Cross Hicks as well. Thank you, David. For Warners Bay, Clark's obviously kicked their solitary goal. Zach Simons has been good. Dan Lincoln also. Simon Rocco playing in the midfield as well. And Scott Bartlam being very good in pinch hitting the ruck and going forward. We will now take a halftime break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with you soon for the third quarter. no problem.
I'll leave you to it.
Thanks, David.
I'm now being hammered on 3 separate fronts to become a Warners Bay person. That's 3 separate people.
Well, welcome back to this third quarter of the reserve grade game here on Indigenous round, actually, at Fane Oval, as David Redden just takes his place back into his seat after a well-deserved break. As the umpire holds the ball up, ready to go for this third quarter. We're underway. Butcher in the ruck against Cross Hicks. Cross Hicks with the tap down. Butters up, gets a kick forward. All by himself there. That shouldn't be happening. Tapped in. Very scrappy early. And this Lincoln tackled dominantly. Mine, says the umpire. Good tackle, says David Redden. One about his pie, so he should. Delicious. Cross Hicks again with the dominant tap. Taken by Vo. Gets a torpedo about 30 metres forwards. Joey Ferguson back with the flight of the ball. Well done there by Ferguson. Hacked again forward. Uses his body very well there, does... Is that Buckley, rather? Sorry. Short Buckley goes to Vo. All by himself. Nobody on the mark. Chipping ball to Clark.
Good grab.
Very good grab there. Ryan Clark.
This is the start that Warners Bay need. They need to kick this goal, Lucas.
They sure do. In the right man hands for the job is Ryan Clark. Very good kick. Still lets me know of that kick I missed a few weeks ago, may I add. Ryan Clark goes in from about 45. Probably a bit to the left, although it's coming back slightly. Push in the back against Killarney Vale on the line. This should be a certain goal. Should be a certain goal for Warners Bay. Is that 47? It is. Sam Wright. This may be a problem, however. No, he's hit the post.
My goodness me.
He is an Englishman, so his AFL is not his primary sport. But for anybody, that should be a goal. But only you can do as good as as long as he gives his best efforts. That's all he can do. Goes long to this common box side. Butcher held out against Dan Lincoln. Going to the Campbell Wilson. Thank you, David. Free kick to Campbell Wilson for holding off the ball. Goes short and finds Brendan Lewis. Lewis goes chipping ball all by himself there on the outer side is Will Cross Hicks. Josh Buchanan manning the mark. Goes long down the line again to Butcher. Leidenbly Parker makes a great mark over the top. The switch is on here, looking for Butcher. Backing back, however, and taking the mark is Peter Harvey. Goes short, looking on the lead and finds almost a good mark there. Spoiled. A quick shot at goal and makes umpire Roy Cart move. And it's out on the full.
No, I think that's a point.
No, sorry. No, he's waving the flags. It is a point. Thank you, David.
1-4-10, 3-9-27.
1-4-10 Warners Bay, 3-9-27 Killarney Vale. As this huddle disperses, Russell goes short looking for Simons. Can't pick the ball up cleanly. Butters up. Gets a one-handed handball away. Looks for Lincoln. Lincoln's in. Shot there. Killarney Vale go through another point. Another point for Killarney Vale. Looking for this huddle. 3-10-28, Killarney Vale, 1-4-10. Thank you, David. For this huddle again, Tim Hoff with the kick out. Goes far side, looking for Jeremy Buckley. Takes a very good mark. Over the back there is Rocco all by himself. Should try to find him. Misses him, however. Josh Buchanan, very good job mopping up. Going inside looking for Ferguson. Ferguson's fumbling. Tries to spin out of the tackle. Gets dispossessed. Handball back. Smothered down the line. Second effort is Wilson again. Been very good, Wilson. Smothered, turned over, however. Maguire goes long to try and find Wright. Taken at the back, however, the Killarney Vale defender. Looks to this combox side. Finds Lewis in an acre of space. That's not a very good marking from the Warners Bay defence. Goes short inside, again, all by himself. There's two all by themselves in the centre corridor. Goes long. One-on-one at the back. Very well done, Sport. Hoff at the back. Has plenty of time. Great shepherd there by Russell. Goes high and towards the pocket. Although, however, again, that man, Justin Daly. Oh, very smart inside and finds 5 Peter Harvey. That's very slack defending in the forward 50 by Warners Bay.
It was, and they've had so much play at the start of this quarter. You'd think that they'd be, they're going okay, but they don't need Harvey to kick this goal, Louis.
They certainly don't. It is very kickable, though, there for Harvey. Takes a slow, deliberate approach. Have a very good picture of this. Although always hangs to the left and never coming back. Oh, no? Yeah, it's a point. Never coming back. Umpire Roy Cart signals a point. Jeremy Buckley with a kick out. All Warners Bay going back to this huddle. There's one outrider here on this commentary box side for Killarney Vale. And possibly one on the outer side too. Buckley on his left foot goes to that outer side, looking for and doesn't find Bartlam. Not my question for 50 there, but not me. Shouldn't be. Killarney Vale 3 goals 9-27. Warners Bay 1-4-10. Chips inside looking for cross 6. Unable to find cross 6. Butcher butters up. Simons with the handball out. Lincoln wraps him up. Ferguson finds space in there and marked there by Brendan Lewis goes straight away. Lewis short, fine, intercepted almost by Ferguson. Loses his feet. Hoff holding him off the ball. Ferguson in from the side. Trapped in there. Ball up. Simon Denham calls for the ball in the Warners Bay forward 50. David.
Killarney are letting by any points at the moment, Lucas, and they're very steady. Lewis is just running alone and unattended. They should almost consider marking him up, Lucas, as 63 Berkelman gets the ball forward.
They should. I think Joey Ferguson would be the ideal matchup for Lewis. Bit of body strength and almost a great mark there inside forward 50. Bly Park with the smother. Trapped in there and holding the ball to Warners Bay. Very good tackle there by Bly Parker. Was it Robinson? No, it's Robertson. Out wide and turns it over. Justin Lloyd with the intercept mark. Lloyd taking his time to weigh up his options. Lloyd loads up, goes about at the behind post. Touched through there by Tim Hoff. Killarney Vale 3-11-29. Warners Bay 1-4-10. Once again, Tim Hoff with the kick out. Slightly going to the huddle, although spread fairly early. Looking for looking for Clark. Pushed off the ball and paid. Simon Denham right on top of it there. Free kick going to Ryan Clark. Fitter's all by himself here. No, it goes high and long down the line. Ferguson's got to go and doesn't. Great mark there by Boyd. Chips the ball inside. No one there again. This is worrying from Warners Bay. No one marking them in the centre corridor. Goes to the outer side. Furthermore, centre wing. Lewis tries to find Lewis. Gets the ball, Brendan Lewis. Burns Buchanan. Overcommits. Goes inside to Brendan Lewis and finds Campbell Wilson again. Thank you, David. Wilson rather. Lewis back with the ball. Drives it inside forward 50. Looking for the forward and marked by Bly Parker. Plays on straight away to Buckley on his favoured left side. Goes to centre wing, rather the flank, and finds Clark. Goes to find Buchanan. Takes a very good mark there. Josh Buchanan plays on immediately. Tries to find Wright and doesn't quite. Very well smothered there. And they're away here, Killarney Vale. About 3-on-2. All by himself. Too little, too late there. Robertson goes to man the mark. Plays on, draws the defender in. 2 bounces. Goes long, about 25 metres out from goal. Smothered very well there by Gray. Held in there. Denham right on top of it. It's a ball up. David.
Ryan Clark has spoken to the coach and moved himself into the back line. He felt he was being underutilised, so he's changed positions and has gone back to half-back.
Right. Is he playing loose back, David? Or?
I think he may be.
Yep. Playing loose, Ryan Clark, as it's cleared now towards over the back. However, he was looking for Henson. So Robertson, rather. It goes out of bounds on centre wing. Just a bit of a lull here. Just not really any fluency to either side's play. Just plenty of stoppages at the moment, David.
Yeah, just getting settled into this third quarter, and Warners Bay still struggling to get to goal. still, it's that last kick, isn't it, as you mentioned earlier on, Lucas?
It is. Boundary throw in. Play on, says umpire Coburn. Shell. Buckley does very well in front. Russell spins out of the tackle. Gets a handball looking for Butcher. Or Barlow, rather. Great shepherd there, Rob Barlow. Goes to Rocco. Touch ball, play on. Is that Lewis again? Very good lob handball. Finds his teammate going inside 50. Hoff should mark this. Does very well at the back. Does a climbing tackle. That was a one-handed handball and paid against Bly Parker. Umpire Denham. Illegal disposal. Does that 39? No. We'll wait till he faces us. Has a shot at goal. 62 is Scott Reed, his namesake. It'll be a very testing kick from about just probably outside 50 here. A bit of an angle, about 45 degrees. Tell you what has happened here? I think it's a goal too. You're right, David Redden. It's a goal. Scott Reed kicks a goal. Oh, no. Just wait for the score to come back up. Another goal kick, however, for Killarney Vale. Scott Reed. Thank you. 4:11:35 to Warners Bay. 1:4:10. David.
Cardiff Car Clinic, a family-owned and run mechanic, servicing the community for the past 30 years. They provide quality, reliable auto repairs and logbook servicing in Newcastle and the surrounding areas.
Thank you, David. Again, in the goal for Killarney Vale, starting to run away with this contest now. In the centre, Scott Butcher. But not anyone wins a tap out. Butcher butters up, however. Kicks the ball forward towards Ferguson. Oh, that was slick hands. And then on the end of it, of course, Brendan Lewis goes long towards the boundary line. Hoff's got 5 metres. Hooking around the body back to Butcher. Butcher again. Touch ball. Play on. Oh no, not Lewis this time. Tries to find his opponent, but dribbles across the boundary line about the forward 50. David?
This game, that Brendan Lewis has had such a powerful effect on this game that he's far and away the best man on the ground. He's not out there at the moment. I think you'll find that Warners Bay will be very close to me in front. That's how much of an influence he's had, Lucas.
He has. Class player, Brendan Lewis. Killarney Vale skipper of the Black Diamond Cup competition last year, of course. As the ball again trickles out about in front of the boundary umpire in Killarney Vale's forward half on the forward 50. Yeah, it's just been too good in most areas. Killarney Vale, as we said, Warners Bay just lacking that key forward. Will be hard now. They've pushed Ryan Clark back as a clearance kick. Goes and Simons takes a very good mark. Overlap here, looking for Hansen. Goes to Hansen. Short kick, takes a very good mark. Russell's in there. Oh no, it's Bartlam actually in there by himself. Smothered, however. Long down the line. Robertson goes and gets a ball. Very good handball out the back. Buckley's going to get swamped. Does a very good job to get his hands free. Good kick there by Rocco. Doesn't find Bly Parker, however. Well done. 58. Kicks a point. Slightly on the near side. That's Justin Lloyd. It's been good this quarter, Justin Lloyd.
So that's 4:12:36, 1:4:10, Lucas.
4:12:36, 1:4:10. Thank you, David. Scoreboard. Of course, this round 8 Hunter Vale reserve grade match between Warners Bay and Killarney Vale here on Indigenous round in the Black Diamond AFL. Looking for fitter. However, it's marked spoiled by Rocco over the top. Rocco dives in, tries to find the ball. 49. Is that going to come back? It's a point. It's a point. Killarney Vale, another point. Need to sort of straighten up their kicking a bit, but won't hamper them as Warners Bay aren't quite getting on the score sheet at the moment.
4:13:37, 1:4:10.
Right, 13 behind's not so good. Looking for Butcher, gets blocked out of it. Butters up for more. Butcher. In there is Robertson. No, Simons rather. Thank you. Fitter with the Shepherd. Big pack there. Spoiled right in front of the Warners Bay bench. David?
Again, the game's in a little bit of a lull. Killarney Vale clearly on top, and someone's got to go and break the game open for Warners Bay, and now.
They sure do. Fitter with a scrubby kick towards the centre, which is a bit dumbfounding. However, Brendan Lewis, again, too much time on the football. Class act. Fine. Good smother there behind from Rocco. Short stabbing kick inside forward 50. Great smother again from Tim Hoff. Very good, Hoff. Tries to lock this ball in. That's a win for Warners Bay with the stoppage about the forward 50. Very well done, Tim Hoff. Umpire Denham balls it up. Williams with the tap out. Barlow with a tap. Gets the ball forward. Robertson with a tackle. Trying to pick the ball up. Held in there. No, ball's come out here from Killarney Vale. Handballed out. May have been a throw. 33's Broadbent. And kicks a point. Killarney Vale, 4 goals, 15-39. Warners Bay, 1 goal, 4-10.
Yeah, other than profligate shooting, this game would be a 60 or 70 point gap. There's real clear lines now between the two sides. Warners Bay really struggling, unfortunately.
They are. As we said, though, without Brendan Lewis, this may be a tight game, but he has been by far the best player on the ground. Simons with a strong mark. Gets spoiled out. Goes to Daniel Russell on his non-preferred right foot and finds Butcher. Almost. Lewis in there, gets the ball taken from him. Very good, very smart kick there. 49 was Adams.
He's got a lot of the football in this half, actually.
And 39 was Dobnam. Dobnam again goes wide. Yeah, no, Adams has been very prolific in this quarter.
As has Debnam. Debnam's been really good, Lucas.
He has. Debnam rather, not Dobnam. Thank you.
That's you, isn't it? Dobnam from 7 metres out when you're playing for the boys.
It was. As I said earlier, Ryan Clark hasn't let me forget about it. Very good kick there.
Daly.
What a good kick. Daly again for his 3rd goal. Justin Daly, 3 goals. Killarney Vale, 5 goals, 14-44. Warners Bay, 1 goal, 4-10. David.
WBP Property Group is an award-winning advisory firm providing impartial and objective property advice to buyers and sellers alike. Their valuation culture and philosophy means that they are completely independent from developers and estate agents, with advice based on the hard facts and experience. WBP Property Group, a proud sponsor of the Warners Bay Football Club. Lucas Holmes.
They sure are, and we thank all the sponsors here at the Warners Bay Football Club. As the ball is getting delivered back to the centre. Butcher in there again. A bit of a stoppage here, waiting for the boundary umpire to get back into his position. A ball goes up. Tapped down by Killarney Vale, 60. Adam Fiend, thank you. That there by Vo. Hacked forward in the Clark direction. It looks like he's gone back forward. Great pick up. Brendan Lewis again. He's on fire. Quick hack kick out towards Williams. He's on the right side. He's on the wrong side for him. Shell.
Campbell
Wilson, thank you. Back inside to Lewis in Acres. Ferguson trailing him. Short to 49, who is Adams. Marcus Adams again. Goes towards Daly again. Daly takes a mark on about the 50-metre arc. Bit of angle. We'll test him this kick. Justin Daly, although he's kicked 2 goals already in this game, David.
He's actually kicked 3, I think you'll find there, boss. I think he just kicked that last one from almost his expert. He's been superb, but if there's 6 votes being given today, I'd be almost thinking 4 to Lewis if you could do it that way. Daly with this shot. Loves it.
Hear from the expert there, David Redden. Very well thought through, very well spoken. 4th goal now for Justin Daly, you might correct myself. Killarney Vale running away with this game again. Starting to straighten their kicking up, David.
They are indeed. Bodyworks Physiotherapy located at the junction. The physiotherapists use a combination of hands-on treatment including massage, mobilisation and dry needling with strengthening, stretching and education to treat the cause and prevent reoccurrence. Bodyworks Physiotherapy, another proud sponsor of the Warners Bay Bulldogs Football Club. Lucas Holmes.
Thank you, David. Just running away with this. This could get ugly, though. They need to set up their backward structure. Cross Hicks and Williams in the middle. Williams gets the left hand down. High contact to Jeremy Buckley from the centre. Buckley goes wide. David?
Buckley's certainly a player that's got some skill. If he can build up his fitness base, he'll be very handy for you. And he's Bartlam.
Bartlam take a great mark. Ex-first grade player is Jeremy Buckley. So he has that class. Spoiled over the back. Has that gone through for a point? It has. Warners Bay, 1 goal, 5-11. Killarney Vale, 6 goals, 14-50.
Basic commentary conditions, Louis. We're doing our best, aren't we? It's good fun.
It is. Always try to do your best. Lewis. Oh, no, not Lewis. Used to calling his name too much. Adams driving ball through the centre corridor. Hoff leaves his man and gets caught. That's got to be holding the ball, but isn't. They're well in the rights to complain there. The Killarney Vale bench, I think, took the player on and didn't dispose of it correctly. David?
Well commentated, Lucas. Great job. And you're doing an outstanding job, mate. Keep going.
Thank you, Michael Munro. He is on his own. Outside 50. Just tries to square it. It's to Wilson again. Great mark there, Rick Robertson. Finds Clark in the middle by himself. He's going to get run down by cross 6 if he's not careful. As the three-quarter time siren goes. At three-quarter time, Killarney Vale, 6 goals, 14-50. Lead, Warners Bay, 1 goal, 5-11. David Redden, the goal kickers.
1 goal for Warners Bay. Ryan Clark has that goal for Killarney Vale. Justin Daly's got 4, Lucas. Scott Reed and Campbell Wilson, 1 each.
Thank you, David. We'll take a short break here at three-quarter time and come back with the last quarter. Once again, Killarney Vale, 6 goals, 14-50, leading Warners Bay Bulldogs, 1 goal, 5-11.
I'm not interfering too much.
Not at all. It's fine.
Match results.
Match results. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll go to women's first. I'll go to women's grade. We'll go down the bottom there.
Yep.
The only game that hasn't finished is Nelson Bay and Maitland.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cardiff and Newcastle City.
Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious me, they're extraordinary. Newcastle City, 27 goals, 18, 180.
20 goals was at 18.
27, 18,
yeah.
180.
Yep.
1 point.
1 point. Hold. Wow.
Yes. Which grade? Haven't been given it. No, haven't been given it. Sorry. End of the first quarter. Oh, gee, Singleton put up a good fight. Wyong Lakes, 5-6-30. This is full time.
Yep.
5-6-36.
Wyong Lakes, yeah.
Singleton 1-5-11.
1-5-11, yep.
Okay. Here. So Killarney Vale 3 straight.
Yep.
Warners Bay 9 points.
Yep.
Lake Macquarie and the Novas.
Okay.
Macquarie. Just see if that's full time. It is. Lake Macquarie 11 goals, 16-82.
11, 16, 82.
Novas 2-1-13.
Yep.
Was Gosford 24 goals, 16, 160.
24, 16, 160.
That's a book 0. Now, this should be three-quarter time Nelson Bay and Maitland because they're on the same time structure as us.
Yes.
Wow. Jesus Christ. I'm just going to get the numbers right.
I don't know.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. One-sided.
Very complicated.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
At half-time,
Yes.
Nelson Bay 13-3-91.
13-3-91.
Correction, 81.
Yep.
Maitland 1 straight 6.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go and get the scores off here. We'll get the reader off there. Go to reserve grade now.
Yeah. Is there 2 buys in?
There's a couple of them, yeah. There's 3 players missing. Okay, so first of all here. It's nice to put on the same.
It is.
So, Warners Bay, Killarney Vale, we get the score correct. Three-quarter time. Killarney Vale 6-14-50.
6-14-50. 1-5-11. No.
Tarragalaboka and Maitland. Now, that was an early game, so this is full time.
Yep.
Tarragalaboka 11-6-72.
11. Yep.
Maitland 1-2-8. Cardiff and Newcastle City at Hillsborough.
Yep.
We'll get enough time for all this. We've got time, then I'll break it.
Yeah.
So, will that be full time?
Should it?
So, third quarter. Start of the third quarter. Okay. second half at half time.
Yep.
9-7-61 Carter.
9-7-1 Carter.
2-3-15 City.
2-3. And single from one next game. Quicker. Or are we going to...
That's fine, we've got time.
Yeah, okay.
And then it's your call. You tell me it's your call.
You know, we're head for time. I haven't broken it.
Okay, Singleton. Now, just get the time of that. It's a bit hard to tell sometimes. Okay, so 31-28.
Yep.
So, Wyong Lakes, this is at half time. Wyong Lakes 4-4.
Yep.
Singleton 5-6, 31. So it's 4-4-28.
Yep.
Singleton, what did I say? 31.
5-6-31.
No, it's not 5-6-31. 4-7-30.
Okay.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, we are.
We're up to date, Louis. Well done, mate.
Okay, thank you.
We can bring your score back up. You go when you're ready, mate. Don't worry, the score.
Welcome back to this final quarter of this Hunter Vale Reserve grade game against Killarney, Vale and Warners Bay. Umpire Coburn about to hold the ball up to get ready for this last quarter action here. Indigenous round in the Black Diamond AFL. Here we go. Robertson in the ruck this time. Bartlett out of the centre to knock the ball forward. Did well to keep the ball in front of him. However, it's coming straight back. But smothered there by Tim Hoff. Daniel Russell, the coach on the ground. Pin, two of them, 2-on-1. Umpire Coburn calls for the ball. Here in the early stages is the last quarter. So, Killarney Vale can really kick on with this game now, can't they, David?
Absolutely.
As a cross six with the clearance is forward towards Maguire. Breaks through the pack, goes wide. Fitter with the tackle. Too small though, however. Bartlett putting pressure on the Killarney Vale attacker. Ducks his head, so there should be no free kick there, and isn't. Play on, stolen by Killarney Vale Bombers. Top of the square, and mark taken. No, dropped. Keeps the ball in front. Picked up off the ground, and a goal. Or is it touch ball behind?
Touch, thank you.
Okay, touch ball behind. Very good call there from the goal umpire.
Very cool call, Lucas Holmes.
Thank you, David Redden. Score now, Killarney Vale, 6 goals, 15-51, 1 goal, 5-11, Warners Bay. Actually had more time there.
But it's been pretty convincing, hasn't it? Particularly in the second half, Lucas. They've just drawn away and put the foot down.
It has. It shows them one of, I think, up there with these two sides, as well as I think Cardiff are probably the three sides to beat in this competition. Both of these two sides at previous losses to Cardiff, actually. So there you go. Smothered in front there. Killarney Vale, great backward handball. Hooked to the top of the square and smothered by Tim Hoff again. He's been one of their best down back. Shoulder to Tim Hoff. Correct. Thank you, David. Takes the ball back from the mark. Probably should go long down the line to this outer side. Does just that. Looking for Buckley. No, however, smothered. Drinks through the line. Great work there. Kick to the top of the square. Looking for Shell. Unable to find him. Deep in this pocket now. Kicked out on the note. Touch ball. There's a bit boundary thrown right next to the behind post.
Lucas, that ball was kicked from one player onto another player's shin. I don't think that's out of bounds on the full, is it? Is a shin a goal, or is it below the knees a goal? Well, that then should have been out of bounds on the full.
Correct there, David. That's what
That was down in here.
it was, down on the shin, so it should have been out in the full. However, it's boundary throw in. About 25 metres from the goal. Great tap there. Butcher Robertson over the top, rather. Has a shot on goal and kicks it. I'm not sure who that player is. He's
Mark Adams.
Mark Adams. Thank you, David. Mark Adams with his first goal, although been very influential. Killarney Vale, 7 goals, 15-57. Ahead of Warners Bay, 1 goal, 5-11. David.
Just to mention, there's a couple of sponsors here, Lucas. I won't go through the reads, but I'll just go through some sponsors. SHAC, Veolia, who are here today at the ground at Fane Park in this glorious weather. NTS, Burwood Property, Oaks Building Company, and Tim's Paint and Property Maintenance. We thank them for their ongoing support of the football club. Lucas Holmes.
We sure do, David. Without the sponsors, football clubs are very hard to operate. Once again, Simon Denham, Rick Robinson in the ruck. Will with cross six. Cross six marginally gets a tap out. Coming through the back there is Jeremy Buckley. Unable to pick the ball up. However, goes short and he's all by himself. He should play on and does. Goes chipping ball. What a kick. Touch ball, play on. Kicked away Maguire. But finds, once again, Campbell Wilson. Being one of their better players as Campbell Wilson, as David Redden nods. Should probably kick this Campbell Wilson. Probably about 25, 30 metres out. Probably a bit more, 35. Hard to tell. However, we'll do our best, as always. A bit of a shank kick, but almost marked, actually, by the complaint. No, of course not. Chip back to the top of the square. Butcher on the ground. Does well to paddle the ball away. Kick. Oh, just shades the post there. Another point to Killarney Vale.
So it's 7 goals, 16-58.
Thank you. 7 goals, 16-58 to 1 goal, 5-11, Warners Bay. This huddle's dispersed again. He's got to look for the tall targets. And does eventually. Looking for Maguire and Robertson. Taking over the back. Looks for the 1-2. No, just smothered off the boot. Actually, very well. Dedenham. Kick towards the top of the square. Russell worried out of it. Back of the square, 33. Should kick an easy goal. 33 is Michael Broadbent again and kicks his first goal. Again, a very influential play on this day. David Redden.
Indeed, he has been, Lucas. The Blackbutt Hotel is a comfortable, relaxed venue with something to offer everyone. Located just minutes from Blackbutt Reserve and Newcastle's famous beaches, the hotel can cater for all of your entertainment needs while enjoying a fresh and affordable meal. The Finance Shed, also a major sponsor. The Finance Shed is a financial services business dedicated to the needs of tradesmen, subcontractors and small business in the Newcastle and Hunter regions. Money is a tool. Let's build. Lucas Holmes.
Sure is. We thank all of our sponsors here at the Warners Bay Australian Football Club. As the football is again being delivered to the centre umpire, Simon Denham. Waiting for the central umpire to throw up. Here we go once again. Robinson and cross six again. Out of the middle. Adams again. Clearance towards the attacking end. Maguire does well. Gets the ball out to the outer side looking for Bartlam. In fact, it's Adams, I think, with the mark. It is. He has been very good, has Adams. Chopping across would have been Robinson. Rick Robertson. Going in for a second effort. Well done. Finds right. Gets his handball away to nobody in particular. He is. Along the side. And the ball. David Redden signaling delivered out of bounds. However, not so. Finding its way across the boundary line in front of the Killarney Vale bench. As David Redden cracks up beside me. There you go. Boundary throw in. Robertson again. Double hand tap down. Set upon there. Gang tackled.
Lucas, just want to get this in a mention. Are you making plans for Davey Meadowlight and what you're going to do with Ryman and Newburn?
I haven't as yet. I've got a while to think about that though, haven't I? Okay. Tagged again out of the centre. Marked Bartlam should have taken that. However, Robertson in front of us a bit hurt, possibly, or just tired. Taken and gang tackle there. Barlow. Tackle. Umpire Denham calls for the ball again. A few stoppages here in the middle. Just players running out of legs on this fairly hot day here at Warners Bay. Beautiful day, though. Riley Williams in the ruck. Goes down to Bartlam. Holding to Scott Bartlam. Without the football. Ball gets on the full. Bartlam weighing up his options. Goes long down the centre. Going to Clark and is that Maguire at the back. Handball out the back. Well done there, Killarney Vale. He's on his own here. Is Debenham by himself. Takes an easy mark. Uncontested.
Debenham, hasn't he? He's got a lot of the football in the second half.
He has, as Debenham phones the player on his space daily in the middle. Could have played on. Instead, chips across. Again, to the other side of the square. Again, Lewis. Again, Broadbent straight away. Chips again. This is
Harvey.
Marking is Harvey. Always lonesome. And kicks a goal does Harvey. Very good ball movement there by the Killarney Vale Football Club. Harvey kicks his second goal. Oh, no, his first goal. Peter Harvey. David.
That was outstanding chain link football, but I think you checked your remark. It was slack marking with respect. With over 16 years' experience in specialist education design, HAC are one of the leading architects in their field in New South Wales. They take a hands-on approach to architecture and will invest in the client-architect relationship to understand your big ideas. Lucas Holmes, our head commentator.
They sure do, David. Thank you. They've just been all over them in the end, Killarney Vale, haven't they? Just dominant.
They've got a bit too much run for them, Lucas. I think they're a little bit too fit for them overall, but having Lewis and Daly and fellows like these are clearly guys that are playing better footy.
It does. Brendan Lewis, Daly, as well as Wilson and Adams have been probably the best players on the ground for Killarney Vale. As Coburn throws the ball up again, does umpire Coburn. Williams in the ruck. Ferguson, like a thief in the night. Bartlett lace out to Ryan Clark. Take it away, David.
Oh, that was clever. Ferguson, a lovely tap. Bartlett, lace out. Clark will be very happy with service like that. Pity we haven't seen more of us today, Lucas, I'm afraid.
We haven't. That's what you want from your forward, though. As a forward, lace out as Clark takes his deliberate approach in. Is it going to come back? It does. Ryan Clark with a spectacular kick there from about 50 metres out. Ryan Clark, his second goal. It's by 2 goals 8. 2 goals 8?
I think it's 2-5.
Sorry, 2-5. As the goal kicker Ryan Clark comes in front of us. Cheeky smirk.
2-5.
Thank you. 2 goals 5 to Killarney Vale. 9 goals 16. David?
Mention of our sponsors, Creative Sensation, WBP Property Group, Bodyworks Physiotherapy, and Cardiff Car Clinic. Lucas Holmes.
Thank you, David. As we keep saying, we're thankful of our great sponsors here at the Warners Bay Football Club, as well as the sponsors of all the clubs in the league and the sponsors of the Black Diamond AFL. Once again, Riley Williams in the ruck goes to find Bartlett again. Worried out of it, but taken off that deliberately was Simons rather. Although it is Bly Parker at the front, playing forward now. Lewis around the ball, silky hands. Out to Debnam again. He's on his own. He's got Akers here. One bounce right in front of us here. Punches the ball down the line and finds 62, Scott Reed. Chips inside again. Taken by Williams. However, intercepted. On his right left side, looking for Davidson. Davidson should take this. Spoiled over the top, however. Dednam. Hoff on Dednam. Dednam wins out this time. Chips along the line to no one in particular. Maguire on his left, on the right side for him. Damon Bador with the spoiled mark. And umpire Coburn says mine. Right in front of the Killarney Vale bench here, about 80 metres in front of from the goals. Williams butters up for his second attempt. Dives on that ball, needs to get the ball out, and does. Very well done. Sell some candy. That was out on the full. Marginally. Could have gone either way, though. Boundary umpire was right on top of it. Zach Simons with the free kick. Ball hit the line, says David Redden. So that should be a bit of a short kick to Russell. Goes long and high towards Barlow. Very good mark, Robert Barlow. In front of Dednam. He's got to get out the 10 metres, which they don't. Lincoln, bit too high for Lincoln. Killarney Vale looking for rebound. Goes to switch. Why wouldn't you try and find Brendan Lewis? Goes straight away. Snaps around the bodies in Akers here. Bounce doesn't favour him though, however. Bartlett does very well, but he's gone and paid.
Daly.
He's been very good, hasn't he, David?
Oh, second best player on the ground for mine. Brandon Lewis by streets the best player on the field. Daly second. Possibly Debnam or Adams third, Lucas. I think those three for mine.
Spot on there, David. Goes long. Then the forward 50. Robertson pushed out, but Buckley takes a very good mark going back against the grain. Buckley weighing up his options, chip short on that Troxy left foot to Ferguson. Been very commendable, Ferguson, looking for Daniel Gray. And spoiled very well there. Couldn't find Gray quite. Very good tackle. Chipped forward again by Berkelman. Thank you, David. Chip forward, inside forward 50. Finds almost, spoiled, worried out of it. Interchange is just taking him way in front of us. Got a one-handed handball out there. for Rocco's on the ball now. He's got plenty of time for a player of his class to Ferguson, who's very good on his left side. But that one, no, in front of Joshua Buchanan, goes over the line for a throw-in front of the Killarney Vale bench. David?
Yeah, just waiting for this one to finish now. I think everybody knows what the result's going to be, and to see if Killarney Vale can snaffle a couple more or whether Warners Bay can get a consolation.
Short. Debenham at the back. Wrapped up. Got a handball out. 63, Graham Berkelman, been very serviceable today. Will cross 6, barnstorming through the middle, and finds no over the top. Daniel Russell at the back. Broadbent again. Plenty of time. Henson dresses up. Butters up. Great tackle. And the kick out, rush kick, finds Will cross 6. About 40 metres out from goal. Not much angle to speak of. Possibly should kick this goal, should Will cross 6, a player of his calibre, David?
I'd be backing him in that. He's also got the slight breeze that's running is directly behind him, Louis.
We'll have a look as he makes his approach. Kicks the ball, punch there, but hits the post. Will cross 6 with the behind. Killarney Vale, 9-17-71. Warners Bay, 2-5-17. As they all centre in for this huddle. Jeremy Buckley with this... Jeremy Buckley? Yes, Jeremy Buckley with the kick in. Yeah, on his trusty left. Goes short and finds. No, spoil out. Over the shoulder. Good call by the umpire. Right on top of the action. To Daniel Russell, who immediately hands it off to Buckley. Long down the line towards a halfback flank. And finds. No, intercepted there. And chips straight back in and finds the attacker all by his lonesome. And chips it again into the pocket. Cross 6. Again, all by his lonesome. And could make up for his previous miss. He probably should from that distance, David.
Yes, Lucas. A touch closer this time, a bit more of an angle, and he's got a sighter now, so really he should slot this one.
He should, and the breeze has dropped off as we speak. Oh, makes his way in. Go to the near side. Another point. Another point for Killarney Vale. Killarney Vale 6.
I think it's 9-18-72.
Thank you, David. 9-18-72.
2-5-17 Warners Bay.
2-5-17 Warners Bay, as you heard from David Redden. Thank you. As we see on the far side, Killarney Vale Premier Division side warming up in their spectacular Indigenous jumpers. Buckley again short, finding Ferguson, although over his head. Shot on goal, this should be kicked. Although it goes to the far side. Another point.
That's 9-19-73.
Thank you. 73. 2-5-17. Thank you, David Redden. Josh Buckley, that would be his brother who played last year. That would be Jeremy Buckley with a kick out, rather. Once again, his trusty left. Lace out to Bartlam, who was pushed in the back, which should have been paid, but now just a boundary throw in about the 50-metre arc, a halfback flank for Warners Bay.
Lucas, we'll have to curtail our summary at the end of this game. We won't have much time to go and get ready for Black Diamond, so just apologies in advance to all of Warners Bay viewers. As soon as the game's finished, we'll be out of here.
We will try to sum this game up on the fly if there's a few stoppages. Play on. Brendan Lewis again. Smothered there by Simons. Takes him on and throws it out there. Does Daniel Russell. Man wiring in and under as usual. Handball out the back. Smothered. Great Shepherd. And that's a very well teamwork goal there by Killarney Vale. Adams. The goal kicker again. Adams. That's his second goal. Mark Adams.
That'll be 10-19-79 to 2-5-17.
Thank you. 10-19-79, 2-5-17.
The Finance Shed is a financial services business dedicated to the needs of tradesmen, subcontractors and small business in the Newcastle and Hustle region. Money is a tool, let's build. Also like to pay our thanks to NTS, Burwood Property, Oaks Building Company and Tim's Patent Property Maintenance. Lucas Holmes.
Well, we've got a bit of time. We might as well make a summation of this game, David. What are your thoughts on this game?
Killarney Vale have just ground away. Lewis has been magnificent in that position at halfback flank, rebounding halfback flanker. Daly's been good, so has Adams, so has Debenham. Warners Bay have been game, however, just not good enough in the forward area. They haven't got enough options at the moment, Lucas.
No. You're totally correct there, Dave. Lewis has been best on ground by far. Daniel Russell with the handball across to Jeremy Buckley. Bit of a stoppage here in and under. stolen by Killarney Vale. Campbell Wilson again, straight to his teammate in 49. Mark Adams lining. Oh no, chips across to finds Debham again. Adams and Debham have almost been their best two plays in this second half for Killarney Vale. Broadbent in the pocket is chipped across. Fend away. Was it high? Contact to Broadbent.
Is it Broadbent, Lucas? It's blue boots. It's very. Handball come out.
No, call back. And we've got plenty of time because the ball's gone straight through the trees and over the fence. Further this summation of the game, who do you think has been better for Warners Bay or commendable for Warners Bay in this game, David?
Listening to your call, Buckley's got a lot of football. I think Ferguson's been solid enough. Yep. Bartlam, when he's got his hands in the football, has been clean. Hope that as the season goes on, he can get himself back into the Black Diamond Cup, because he's a quality player. But yeah, they're the best ones for mine. I don't think there's too many other players that have done too many other things. Yeah, Hoff's been okay. He's actually put his head over the ball a lot, so give him that credit to that. Yep.
And smothering from those long kicks inside forward 50 has been good at fullback, has Tim Hoff. He does. Does seem right, playing it what it is almost like a centre-half back as a goal is kicked while we're talking about all this. Broadbent, thank you, David. That's his second goal for Broadbent. Been very good also. As the full-time siren goes, ladies and gentlemen, full-time here at Fane Park in the reserves game. Warners Bay, 1 goal, 2-5-17. Killarney Vale, 10 goals, 19-79. My name is Lucas Holmes, and this commentary this afternoon was David Redden. We'll speak to you soon.
Great work, mate. How did you enjoy that?
It was good.
We have to move. Now, we get everything moving right away. No, we have to. We've got other things on our mind now.